The results prove that people went mad for Doctor Doom in round 1. The Aegon synergy bug takes a very odd turn, and this kicking out of people from alliances before they get season rewards thing has got to be addressed. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday, the 20th of November 2019. Please hit the like button and subscribe with post notifications on if you're indeed new to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into the news. Obviously, the big news out of yesterday was the fact that we got the confirmation that Doctor Doom went for 82 mil as the minimum. That's the 150 position, which is incredibly high. We haven't had something quite that high in a long time. Even with the top 800 for the 4-star going for 12 mil, it still points to a very huge score margin than we're normally expected to see. I think this is a bigger call of any to put in 5-star basic arenas, and that is just based on the fact of time. Time is very precious to people, and especially considering that people will have to grind out 72 hours just fully into this game is a bit frustrating and a bit laborious, and I'd love to see that be the thing in the future. I know a lot of players have been calling up for 5-star basic arenas. Me personally, I would just think that it would be a good thing, and maybe we'd get like Civil Warrior going from time to time, and that'd be like 20 mil kind of arenas, maybe a little bit less, but more of a constant, anything between 15 and 20. And with the big boys going for the featured 5-star, that's cool. And as well with the featured 5-star pool extending a little bit, because there's going to be people frustrated, really frustrated that they may have put in about 80 mil, 81 mil, even in the case of putting 82 I don't know, 8 and kind of going, my time is wasted. Either way, you know, arena's great, but also it sucks at the same time. But hopefully there's a happy ending to this in the future. In other news, and it looks like there's no Black ISO Market Early Access Crystal for Mr. Fantastic, which is kind of annoying. I know that Kabam went all out for Doctor Doom, and, you know, it's kind of annoying to say that there's a paywall to get something, but if you start it, you know, you're going to do this ongoing. Either way, it was kind of a little bit disappointing for those that summoned a sigil and kind of thought it would be nice to see one, especially considering the amount the kind of deals the bundles cost for early access. Either way, maybe next month something for Silver Surfer could be put in. And now in data mining news, Otrox has been at it again, finding information that's helpful to us, especially this here. So, just to point out that Annihilus will be in the special crystals next month, which is good. I'm still loving the fact that Cavalier crystals, the login ones, the monthly login ones, gift those 4 or 5 stars. Because like I need those synergies, I need those new champions for review and also other things as well. Just unlocking so many different things and just understanding them a little bit more. So it's kind of cool that we've now got them at a bigger rarity. And especially with stuff with a chance of getting a 5-star, it's nice. Like, let's face it, I'm not going to get a 5-star, but it's nice to dream, people. Either way, look out for these in the login crystals next month. Now on to Alliance Wars related news. Now as we know, today we'll be receiving the season rewards on the normal date that we were meant to be receiving them, not the kind of early finish time based on the fact that Kabam sort of things like the leaderboards and other stuff. But the fact is, there's something that I want to address, and something's been popping up quite a bit over the last few days in the forums, and that is people being kicked early from their alliances, which basically means that they're not going to be getting their rewards. Being in an alliance is a very difficult thing at times, especially when your life is kind of revolved around the game, especially being active at certain times in order to make certain types of progressions through paths and taking nodes down. It's something that I still need to kind of learn to balance my career around, as well as play games and move in alliances. I think a lot of us can kind of learn a lot from time balance, especially with kind of having time for family and other things like that. There's a good point for situations like this. If you've been kicked from an alliance and it wasn't your fault, then that does really suck. But is there something that Kabam could do in this? Like the same way that you get a severance package when you are booted out, or you know, you resign, or you are asked to take some sort of resignation. The fact is, most of the time there's some sort of payout. The same way it could be like, oh, we'll forward you your check, we'll forward you your pay, we'll give you 1 month's salary. You know, those kind of things. And it could be a case that Kabam in the future could look at this and go, okay, well, X person was in that alliance, and obviously they've been kicked for whatever reason, but they still qualify for the season rewards. So therefore they can be sent out to that person. I don't know, I think that may be a good idea, but I'll let you guys talk about that in the comment section. Now, from Kabam's standpoint, it's a case of going that they don't really want to discuss this on the forum, but I think with so many small little posts like this coming up, and I think I've seen about 5 so far since the last week, which is really frustrating considering that if this was handled with the rewards going out very, very soon, I know Kabam won't be able to get this kind of sorted, they can do it in 24 hours just like that with a snap of the fingers. But the fact is, if it was sorted out sooner, then we wouldn't have had situations like this. So it's very difficult to say, okay, so Kabam made the wrong decision by ending the season early, but also how it reflects and how it impacts on other types of players, obviously in this scenario that people were booted out too early. So I would probably say make sure you're working hard in your alliance, especially when it's coming close to rewards being given out. If you do have plans that you will leave and you're feeling very inactive, then wait until after you get the rewards and then move on. But if you've been booted unfairly, then obviously I completely feel for you. But there's always two sides to every story, and I hope that's the case, that people are not kind of looking for sympathy where they shouldn't be. Now, in update of Alliance Quest History tab news, if you remember towards the start of the month we covered this. Unfortunately, the History tab was missing from Alliance Quest. For a lot of players, they do actually use this. I like using it. I like looking back at some stats and also kind of getting an idea for things. And as well, I know that there's some Alliance leaders as well as key people in the community that do like the use of this tab. Well, on the 10th of November, this was taken to the game team. 4 days later was confirmed as being removed. Yes, we know. And where are we up to now? Well, it looks like we've got an update here by Kabam Vidius, who posts, I've spoken to the team about this and we've got a change in the works to bring it back in a near update. I got some clarity too on it, and it seems it was just unfortunately overlooked when adding the modifiers option. Apologies from the team on that one. Will correct the wrong though. You see, when we're talking about the near future or near update, it's going to be more than likely next month, which is going to unfortunately take us into our next story with a bit unfortunate. Next month or next update is going to be when things are going to be addressed. Yes, that does segue us into the next story, which is this story here about Aegon. So the combo shield synergy, as you know, that's something that should work as intended, which obviously it did not work there. And in this video, it does showcase the clip of the synergy being attached in this case. Either way, it is gutting to see this, and players have been talking about this and wanting this to be fixed for a while, using Aegon as a clear-cut character, especially going into more difficult content. Some using him for that of Legends, some using him for Act 6.3, and obviously people were talking about the fact that the 6.3 bug was addressed first. Darn tootin', why wasn't this looked at? Now, the situation had a lot of back and forth with Kabam to kind of let them know that this was a problem. At first, it was a case that I don't think it was really taken on as an actual issue, but it's a case that we had something well in around the time of the big scuffness of the 8th of November game down day, that this kind of went by the wayside, and the focus on this it just wasn't there. It was all about getting the game stability back. But we are now at a point where we can actually give you an update on what's going to be happening. So a couple days ago, Kabam Vidius posted saying, hey Al, wanted to drop in and let you know we have a fix in the works and hope to have it out in the near update. I'm sorry for the delay in an update on this, but we wanted to confirm on our end that the fix was coming sooner than later. And obviously this kind of sucks, especially kind of looking at this near update thing. It may be best for them just to say, next month, but I worry to kind of think when it's near update, what near future update? Is that implying that you've got to wait next year? Is it cases by the end of this year? Is there a hot fix micro patch? I don't really know, but the fact is, yeah, I'm just not liking the way that that's kind of put together with a near update. I'd rather be given some definites, because there's a lot of people still after this going, well, when is the update for this? Especially for those that use Aegon as a synergy working with the one for the combo shield that we've been discussing in this news article for a while. Either way, if I can give you some definites and definitive dates and stuff, then I'll try and let you know. In more positive news, we've got a new 6-star featured. It does feature some good champions, but also there's some meh ones there. Do look out for your 6-star Colossus being in there. That's going to be obviously a fun champion to get. Sabretooth's alright. There's obviously the key champions you want to get, like your Void, your Clairvoyants, your Proxima Midnights, your Warlocks. your Man things, your Arcus, your Guillotine 2099, your Symbiote Supremes, and the list goes on. Oh, Sentinel's in there. Very handy for Variant 3, by the way. So yeah, there's loads of champions there to get that are going to be good, but do watch out for the kind of meh ones of your Iron Mans, your Groots, your Lokis, your Rhinos, your Black Panthers, and Kabam Mike's favourite. And now it's time for arena predictions. My predictions are down below at the moment, you'll see them. But let's walk you through them. So for Red Skull, which is the featured, I'm going with a very fair 23 mil. And I just think that's based on the popularity and close to the way that Civil Warrior went recently. I just don't feel that people are going to be pushing too much for this character. It's a good character. Like, I do actually enjoy this, but I don't think in-game people will kind of rate it to put anything more than 20 mil, but I think 23 mil is going to be your safe bet with that. The 4-star version, I think that players may go anything between 5.5 and 6, maybe 6 mil to be safe if you are keen to get this as a 4-star. And then we've got a 3-star version, which I'm going to go with 800k. I think that's, again, a fair kind of point for where that's going to finish. And then we've got Ebony Maw. Now, I'm unsure where people kind of lie on this champion, especially considering that we are, but we're not, but we maybe are getting a buff to this at a later date, but maybe not. There's a lot of still confusion about this and champion changes and things, which I don't know where Kabam are going to be sitting on this in the coming year and also next year. But the fact is, if you want to score, I'm going with 2.2 mil. I just don't think that it's a champion that's going to push kind of great boundaries for people wanting to grind, and especially this weekend in Arena, I think players may be more interested in milestones than they will be for actual champions. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. But what are you going to be doing this weekend? And a final story is that I'm going to be doing a birthday live stream. If you've seen on the main channel, there's a reminder for the birthday live stream. Then make sure that you have that reminder, and I'll see you. I'm going to be doing like a 3-hour stream, so from 1900 hours to 2200 hours GMT. So there's a good expanse of time to capture, hopefully, enough of you. And yeah, so it's going to be like a bit of fun. I'm going to do some dungeons. I'm going to do arena grinding. I'm going to be chatting with you guys. We're going to be doing a bit of questing. I'll then probably do something else. Some crystal openings maybe towards the end. So I've got a 5-star crystal to open and maybe a couple of other things as well. But I am trying to save up for that big 17th of December 10 5-star featured, because I'm done with getting trash luck in this game. So yeah, bring on the good luck. Either way, hopefully see you there, and yeah, come and say hello. There we have it, guys. That has been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday the 20th of November 2019. Hopefully you're going to have a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you later on. Please support some other content here and go give it a watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.